welding them. I suck at this. Hello and welcome back to the Sned Shed. We are back working on our 1986 FJ60 restoration project. This started as two separate vehicles that we chopped in half, and we are in the process of welding them back together. So in this video we are continuing that. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, make sure you go back and check them out to see the journey. But that's what we're doing in this video, so stay tuned.
So I feel like not a lot of explanation was done on exactly how we decided to do the cuts and where we decided to do them. Essentially what we did, there's two pieces of metal here. There's an inner rocker panel and an outer rocker panel. So the outer rocker from the blue one overlaps with the inner rocker of tan one. So there's overlap between the two so that it's not just one joint. Because if it was just one joint all the way down the middle, that wouldn't be as strong. Because now, since we have that overlap, we can not only weld here, but we can also weld this part and this part, just to make sure that this joint is as strong as it can be. And then on top of that, we put them in this location so that when we put the B pillars on, that also helps strengthen the weld, because a B pillar goes from here to here, so it'll overlap that, gets welded to there so that it's nice and strong. I don't know if that was a good explanation, but I feel like it's...
Because it's an on body frame car. It's important that it's strong, but not as important because...
Yeah, correct.
The frame is what really needs to be.
Yeah, it's not an integrated, but I think we're actually doing pretty good with this. I mean, I know you can't really bend metal just by touching it, but it's really solid. So yeah, the other thing about this too is, like, since it's a bunch of tack welds, it's hard to get the welds really close to each other. So there might be little mini holes there and stuff. So we'll just grind them down again and see if we missed anything, and keep going. Let's do it. Have a ball. Should I be wearing a welding jacket? Definitely. It's too freaking hot out here. You probably saw in the outro of the last video where I was soaked. No, I didn't go out in the rain or take a shower in my clothes. It was literally just freaking that hot. 752 million degrees. All right, floor time. Okay, so we just finished the floor. Filling in the plug welds, not spot welds. That went okay. I think in the future I wouldn't use steel it on that stuff before welding. I know you're supposed to be able to weld through it, but it really made the welder pretty erratic, like it was popping a lot and stuff. So we did get good penetration on all the welds and everything's good there. We just gotta grind those down. What we're working on now is getting the B-pillars on. This side's pretty much ready to go. I filled in these plug welds and got them ground down a little bit. I'll probably make sure all these welds are strong. This part right here is all good. Down here we can clean up after we have the B-pillar on. There's still some welds there that need to be redone. But this part's looking really good. The top needs to be cleaned up a little bit, possibly right here. But we did test fit the B-pillar and it is, I mean, it's fitting perfectly. So I think we're pulling it off. We'll see. But I think this top needs to be cleaned off. And then we can test fit the B-pillar one more time and maybe tack it in place. So I think our ultimate plan is to get the B-pillars on, finish fixing the floor, and then once we have the floor finished, then we can talk about getting it on what's it called, a rotisserie, so that we can do the undercoating. So B-pillars, cleaning up welds, making sure everything's good. Let's get to it.
Like and subscribe.
Alrighty, that is probably going to be it for this video. We got the welding almost complete on you know, the inner rockers, outer rockers, and inner and outer roof side rails.
And we also welded the floor. We got all the plug welds for the floor. And then one of the more important things was getting this B pillar in. It is where it needs to be. We put a door on there to see if it would fit. In the next video, we're probably gonna get that other B pillar on and then start prepping it for a rotisserie. A lot of this stuff is gonna be easier with the rotisserie, such as like finishing out, doing the body work on this part, doing some of the welds underneath. But getting it on a rotisserie will show us whether our welds are strong or not. So that's our plan for the next video. We would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and share it with your friends. We'll catch you on the next one.